Welcome back to the adventures of Game Gear of Toledo. Last episode we became immortal, no big deal, pretty straightforward. So now what that means is that we can get ourselves elected and basically stay there forever and finally stop the Republic getting screwed at every direction, seeing as since we've been playing, we were the leader of the Republic for a very, very brief period as Overseer Prime Usurper. I believe it was for what, a week? It was not even that. It was for a very short period of time, and then we died again immediately. We were vassalized by Ontario. We were vassalized by, well, Michiana right now. We're a suzerain. They're our suzerain, I should say. We've been raided loads. We've lost trade post after trade post. So it's about time we got ourselves an immortal head who could perhaps unify us under some sort of fancy machinery. I don't know, just it'd be nice if everybody worked alongside one another, as machines do. We could maybe emulate that. I'm not saying we're going to convert everybody to a hive mind robotic conscience, but that would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's, well, first things first, apparently case in point right bloody there. The head of the Republic is being taken out by a host. Oh shit, hang on. So we've got a Confederate Holy War. So we're defending against Ohio right now. Oh no, wait, we are, oh yeah. So we are as a tributary of Ohio. Oh no, Ohio are the same religion as us. They are currently defending against an incursion by the Colombian Confederacy, so the biggest empire on the map right now. I was looking around a little bit. There are some big empires that form. So we've got like the Sierra Madre there. Mexico is very, very large right now. We've got California. We've got, what's that say? Comancheria. Sorry, I'm like craning my head so I can actually read that one. Ohio is obviously taking a little bit of Canada there as a tributary as well. Big Sky up there in very, very northern Canada. Caribbean Empire. Miami seems to have become independent from what looks like the, is that the Holy Colombian Confederacy there? So it's fairly impressive. We've got some big empires. Now we are expecting Brazil to maybe turn up, and as we saw last time, not sure if this is still in the game, because we are playing the Fan Fork, and I believe the original time we played the regular base game mod. But there is a chance for people to perhaps come across the Atlantic, but I won't say too much about that. I think that Bermuda would be a fun point to start, huh? It's just a tiny little island in the middle of the ocean. What do? They're just like raiders, essentially? Yeah, they are just Corsair. Must commit to following the lifestyle of a pirate may select one of 3 ways of doing so. Oh, cool, okay. That might be kind of fun to play, but anyway, we won't worry about that too much. We've got bigger fish to fry, such as, first things first, being elected. Now, we should also probably join the Adeptus. So one of the only ways we can die as an immortal character is falling in battle or being assassinated. So what we could do is join the Adeptus, and then we have, what is the option here? Well, leading armies, you no longer suffer lethal injuries from battles. If we become a Primarch, the immortal machine Primarch, then the only way to kill us is via assassination. Now, seeing as we are in a republic, the chance of assassination is a lot higher than you would probably find in-game. To be fair, there's a couple of ways we can actually get around this whole succession system. Obviously not going too well, sinking a whole bunch of money into it. I'll talk about that in a second, though. If we keep the other families on side, and if we reign for long enough, and keep these bonuses stacked up so don't do anything too crazy, we have a very, very comfortable game. It's still going to be difficult, because obviously we're playing against Ohio, who are massive, Michiana, who are massive there. We've got Superior, the Norsemen to our north, and then Toronto and Hudsonia, and obviously eventually the Confederate Revolt as well. Where are our, or sorry, just the Confederacy there. Where are holy sites? Because that's what I wanted to find out. If we track down the holy sites, then we can sort of tell who we've got to go to war with. So we've got to go to war with the Catholics no matter what, which is obviously not ideal because they control a fairly sizable part of Middle America. We've already got one of the holy sites there in Mecca. There's another holy site in Yohogania, wherever that is. And then we've got one up here in Palisades, which is what is that, New York? I have no idea. Looks around there, right? Because that's long. Gotham. Sorry, clearly Gotham. My mistake. There it is, the Statue of Liberty itself. Oh, wow, I didn't realize that was actually in there, huh? What does that do? Artifacts less likely to be stolen, dynasty opinion, and lots of the lighthouse custodian minor title, sex appeal, dynasty appeal. Oh, wow, that's actually very, very good. Look at that. Can be used to execute prisoners. Holy shit, that's very, very cool. And they've got a lot of... Man, it's also almost fully upgraded there. I wonder if that's what the AI has been doing this time around. Anyway, that's another holy site we've got to get. Convert the religion. Go to Reformed, maybe have some new secret doctrines in place there, of which to make the rest of the game a fun experience, because obviously the one downside to being immortal is it can be not too challenging, but I don't think we've got to worry about that this time around, because we are very much the underdog. We are just a count. You know, it's like in CK2, if you become the immortal Emperor of Rome, then things become very easy, speaking from experience. But this time around, we've still got a lot of stuff to worry about here. Send him a letter offering my services. Excellent. Now I have leverage on Game Gear. Sorry, on our... we have leverage on Overseer Eisenrich of Detroit. Eisenrich Packard. He wants us to be his Chancellor. Of course, we'll say yes to that. Now, we need to very quickly get through the other members of the Republic. So I'm thinking, actually, instead of assassinating Eisenrich first, we could kill off O'Brien here, Gordy O'Brien. who may be easier to assassinate, because obviously he's just a fellow, like, duke. What's his, sorry, fellow, not even a count, actually, he's a baron level character, holy shit. 8, intrigue. Plot to kill him, 78% power potentially. I think we could crank that up to 100. That's not too far off without having to send out gifts, and of course we can send out gifts as well, so there's nothing to worry about there. Got a good monthly income. As I said last episode, I did nerf a lot of the buildings and things as well, so our monthly income and our troops are going to be lowered a little bit, but luckily the buildings we were upgrading and focusing on were the ones from the base game, short of the ones added by the other mods, or some of the duplicate buildings or anything like that. We got very lucky in that the base game ones were the ones that I happened to choose. It wasn't intentional, it was just purely accidental there. So we were very lucky in that we've still got a lot of our wealth and a lot of our monthly balance and a lot of our troops going for us, so we've still got some strength to us. So what do I want to do? I think I want to kill you first. So we'll kill him, then we have to put less money into the campaign, at which point we can withdraw it all and obviously spend it. But then we can kill him. So, I mean, it's basically like, do we want to save 600 gold and kill one extra person? Well, the thing is, even if we put the maximum amount of gold in, there's nothing to stop him just immediately dumping a whole bunch of gold in as well, as he's just immediately done there. Campaign fund, 5,320. We've spent 5,033. How can he afford this? How is he keeping up with our level of tax? He's getting 17 gold per month to his credit. So are we, but we've got troops raised right now. I only wanted to get rid of this this host here in the capital because we got a trade post there, and I'd rather it didn't burn down, you fuck. Every time. Someone's born called Stellaris. Is he any good? Oh, absent-minded. Oh, dear. Oh, God. You are indeed floppy disk. I'm just going to call you floppy. Floppy liberty. This is how democracy dies, huh? Right, so let's put the troops down. I just wanted to deal with those guys because they are raiding. Okay, now they're raiding my capital, which is not ideal. Hey, get out, or about to head to my capital. Get out of here. Right, let's make sure they are gone. No, do not come back. Right, now they're all completely gone. That's his own fault. Do we want to join in this holy war as well? I mean, we're already part of it, being a vassal under our liege who's agreed to join it. I think we need to get stuck in, because they were doing pretty well, but now they've started to let a lot of war score go. 4,000 troops, it's not a huge amount, but it's better than nothing, and we do have that 26 marshal going for us. Do not have any other commanders. I imagine there are chancellors, which is, yeah, why they can't join here. Gordon and Prime. Now, one of those was a siege leader, which is obviously great. Now, Prime is apparently on the council, so we'll sack Prime. Neo Geo is not. He's only got 6 combat, but obviously somebody with shit combat. Well, that's not always true, to my knowledge, because if they have bad combat, there's a high chance of them getting bad tactics. Bad commander is sometimes not as bad as a worse commander, but it makes very little difference at the end of the day. Let's just quickly start sieging things down and actually give a little bit of help here with this war. It's actually all it took. Just quickly go through the north there. This is all like tribal territory anyway, so they've barely got any defenders. I mean, 400 men. I just basically assaulted all of that down and we were done in no time at all there. Nice, okay. I don't know, can you put down troops inside your... Oh, no, that's Ohio. Just going to say, can you put down troops inside your suzerain's land? Will that count as friendly territory? I'm going to test it out. I don't think it will, though, will it? No, due to not being in friendly territory, so even if they are your suzerain, it doesn't make any goddamn difference. Moderate regulation, absolutely. When we become the supreme leader of the Republic, it's a shame you can't change your title, isn't it? Like what the hell of the Republic is called. It'd be nice if they gave an update to the customization pack that allowed you to do stuff like that. In fact, we are making surely so much more gold than these guys that we could just keep the election rigged at all times. Or... alternatively, we keep a bunch of cash in our back pocket, and then whenever the election is close to being, or when we've got the plot on him firing off, then we just dump a bunch of cash into the thing, because at this point he could take out loans or something like that, and maybe push himself back over the top. I mean, look at how fast his respect is going up. He's definitely cranking that up manually there. Okay, so we are 135% plot power. She revealed the plot there, which could be an issue, because now we can throw us straight in prison. Bentley. Bentley's a good name. That's already the name of a machine, so we're going to keep that one. Sometimes the game has clearly got that type of aspect to it already. I sort of didn't realize, I wasn't conscious of the fact there were some machine names. So what do we have before? We had like another car name, right? So we've got Bentley, Floppy, DOS, Washing, Mega Drive, 3.1, Apple, Micro, Dreamcast. Or maybe it was one of our brothers or something like that. One of them had a car name, so clearly that's probably an aspect of, I mean, it's got to be the Rust cultist bit, right? Might be the fact that we're in Detroit, but I have no idea what that actually is caused by. Doesn't matter too much either way. It's just kind of cool they've already gone with that. So one thing I did want to point out, I marked this guy's special interest before I start the episode. The current Catholic Pope is called Pope Goddess Salvation II the Mutilator. There's so much wrong with that. I mean, Goddess Salvation is an incredible line to start off with. Then he's the second, and then he's also the Mutilator. That's what we need in real-life Catholicism. I think they'd probably get a couple more, you know, Addons if they went for something like that. Alright, let's go for a salvage expedition. Next, we're just basically waiting for this plot to fire. Our spy master is there. We've got his wife on board. Can we... We could do some real meta shit, like, I don't know, sow dissent, sabotage province. What else could we do here? We can improve relations as well and maybe get some of his vassals liking us more, which might encourage them to join the plot, sabotage the province. Don't think that actually affects things, so his levy rate or things like that. And then, of course, we've got So Descent as well, which might lower his vassals' opinion of him. I don't think it's going to make any difference. Right, we're going to Jackson once again, straight over the border here. And I think, again, it's only just provinces directly border. We will spend all the money on all the best upgrades. Battle Priest, Battle Hardened Warband, and Envoys as well. Let's see what we get. So last time we got, what was it? Old World Glass, which was just like a cup or something, yeah. So we got Honest Recipes, that gave that tax modifier. Gastronomic Tactics, Plot Powering plus 5%. That's actually not too terrible. Old World Shades, which is good. Obviously, the engine and the shades are incredible. We also got the Karanka. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Built time minus 5%. Okay, that was pretty good as well. That was basically the Brazilian equivalent of the Chinese, what is it? The figurine, I believe it is, that they send you also does exactly that. Brazil is still in isolation, which is a shame, because when we get to Duke, we need to talk to them immediately and get, like, the, even something like Siege Engineers would be good, but I'd actually like to get the, what are they called? Scholar Architect? Whatever it is that reduces build cost, build time, because building up this capital would be incredible. Right now, a lot of taxes there, obviously not much of a fort level, because we're a republic, that's part of the course. So focusing on building up the fort levels for quite a while would be very, very nice. How are we looking in terms of that plot, then? 113%, his wife's changed his mind on that one. Maybe he asked her to stop the plot, because obviously he knew about it. No, she just doesn't like us now. Base velocity is -3. What do you mean? What are you talking about? We could go intrigue. I mean, plot power increase plus 5%, and then we could spy on him and spread rumors. Because that's like a -10 opinion, isn't it? We could also, as a -10 opinion for him, with everybody, general opinion -10, we could also ask for the pardon, force a favor through, so we can't revoke our titles or execute us or anything. Alright, let's see what we've got then, and he has to accept that. He can't, you know, say no to taking the favor in exchange for a pardon there. Alright, he lives a secret life as a prostitute in a brothel in Demecca. There we go. General opinion -10. That might get a couple more people to be willing to join our plot. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, that worked perfectly. Okay, let's get those on board then. I'm actually kind of surprised that worked as quickly as it did. Alright, there we go. Awesome. And that's going to take us up to, what, like 140%? So it might be necessary. The Spy Master might find out about our plot. 158. Oh, he's asking people to leave. They know about the plot, let's be honest here. They must know about the plot if they're leaving that quickly. Shit. Well, that sucks. We could just try and outlive him. I mean, obviously we will outlive him eventually, so that's not much of a concern, huh? Become a king of Michigan, become a paragon of virtue. We need 2,000 piety. That's a long way away. Gain land for an unlanded son. Acquire a title. I mean, all of these are quite easy to do. Gain a title from his liege. That's not likely, seeing as he hates us because we've twice attempted murder. We're going to become the king of Michigan. I think that's a very, very good immediate goal to go for. Okay, that's pretty great. So we managed to get up to 158% there by sending a couple more bribes out. It's his vassals that don't like it now. We did get a successful sabotage, but to my knowledge, that just lowers, like, what? Yeah, local build to modify plus 20%, so that's done nothing. I guess he's just done something unsavory. Oh, he's a lunatic with great pox. Ah, okay. So the syphilis is rotting his brain, and that'll be why more people, I imagine, have agreed to join the plot. Vassal opinion -5. They are happy to blow him the fuck up. Nice work, Machinist Irwin of Captain Kent. Let's just make sure we are... I'm sure he's up to something. Did I not actually join the Adeptus? I talked about it for ages and didn't actually get on board, huh? 150% plot power, fight for glory. Where did I go wrong? We failed, but it doesn't matter. Once we join, we can start building our personal combat stat. Are we next in line? Yes, by quite a significant amount. I'm going to sink in a little more cash there. Hey, there we go. Excellent. Game Gear Liberty has been elected the new overseer of the Great Republic of Detroit. We've inherited the factory of Detroit, the factory of the Strip, the shop of Demecca from overseer of Detroit there. No trace of my complicity to be found. Wow, that went perfectly. Okay, so now we are in charge for, I mean, essentially the foreseeable future at this stage, unless something really goes wrong. We are stressed, depressed, have food poisoning, and are wounded, but of course it won't matter too much, given how everything is going. We're still away on our salvage expedition, huh? There's no shame in acknowledging a worthy opponent. Time to turn my attention elsewhere. Apple Liberty becomes ambitious. He could assassinate us, but why not? Let's go for it. Why are we still away? We started that salvage expedition. It seems to have failed again. Maybe it's if you get ill? I'm not sure. Well, we feel better from the depression as well. Well, now it's up to us to actually stop some of these wars then, huh? Right, well, let's go and, that's not very good, is it? So those are going to get crushed no matter what. Let's get rid of those guys. Sort of link our units up. We should be able to stop this. So what is this war that we've inherited? Detroit to conquest of Toronto. So we are doing an aggressive war to try and grab Toronto from them. Well, apparently we've also grabbed Wellington as well there. Okay, then. Fair enough. He actually went on the aggressive a little bit. That's okay. That's nothing to worry about. Didn't particularly want to inherit a war immediately, but we're doing so well that I can't really complain about it too much. Are these retinues we've inherited? They're hired men. I mean, that's okay. It's a little odd that they would go to war if they can't win it just to hire troops. Oh, Ohio have, of course, they have I keep saying Toronto, Ontario. It's the other side of the country, isn't it, Toronto? Have them as a tributary. So we need to be very careful about our enemies to the south as well. I think we've got that one in the bag. We do, so that one's gone. We are at 100% war score. There we go. Okay, that was very, very easy. Thank you very much. And that's actually for the province of... what did we grab there? Machinery of Toronto. I thought Toronto was on the other side of Canada. Am I going insane? No, I know what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Vancouver. That's all right. Look, Canadian geography is not my strong point. You don't really learn much of that in schools in the UK. I'm going to be honest, it's not entirely relevant. He demands 50% of the profit. Let him invest. So this could go horribly. Hey, that's fine then. We got big foreign profit, diplomacy +1 for absolutely nothing, besides potentially making our buildings worse there. So that was pretty worthwhile. Right, so Toronto is the, I imagine, going to be very, very powerful, and it absolutely is. Look at that. We got Scarborough, Thornhill. We've got, yep, Mississauga. I have no idea how you say that. York as well. Let's just give those away. I'm happy to keep the city of Toronto because that seems like it would be fairly valuable. Okay, then. So, stop paying tribute. That's what we want to do as soon as possible. Now, why can we do that? You have to be... it's not an independent ruler. Is... Okay. One of these must be true. We need to have a prestige less than 0. Okay. Oh, the suzerain has to have a prestige less than 0. We need to have less than 100% of oversea... Okay. So we need to have around the equivalent size, is what it's saying there. Okay, so we've got 32 holdings. Can we see at a glance how many holdings he's got? Well, he's got a vassal limit of 25, so we can sort of guess from that. We're about the same size, all things considered. I'm going to go to his round tree, and we could work it out from there. So he's got 51 holdings. We've got 32. He is much larger than us. We could just declare war to free tributary. The council say no, because there is no bloody council. Wait, have the council been empowered all this time? Of course they have. We've been on the council before. Okay, then. So what we want to do is get rid of that as soon as possible, because that's absolutely insane. What about now? They should be fine with us going to war to free us from a tributary, right? He hates us because the war is against one of his family members? Is it? Fuck? Patrician of Packheart? Must be some sort of, maybe like he's married to his sister or something like that. It doesn't matter too much anyway. Free tributary. Let's do it. He's got 8,000 men. We have less than that, but we've got money on our side, which is always a good thing. So let's hire some troops as well. And let's get ourselves through it. We can hire the Mounties, apparently, for 8,000, what was that, 8,000 men for 300 gold. We get them only for a couple of months, so we'd only get them for 4 months. I want to hire slightly less than that. We also don't need that many troops at all. Numbers are good. We can get the Buckeyes of Ohio. It's 161 gold, and they cost 20 gold per month. That's going to give us some for quite a while. There we go, 7,500 men. To the Righteous Game Gear, your Wisdom, Mercy, Electro, we unfortunately cannot join your wars at this time. Whatever, it doesn't matter too much. Right, okay. Let's take him out, team. This is going to be very, very, very good for us if we can get free, because that's going to save a lot of taxes, which otherwise we're going to be basically just throwing away, giving them to these guys. Let's not fight those, because that's a host war. Now, where's the capital? Michiana's capital. Am I blind? Yeah, where's your capital, though, my dude? Oh, there it is. It's right there, Fort Wayne. Okay. Let's head down. Let's kill them all. And hopefully we can just take out... Where are their troops? They're in... Oh, they're in another war. This was a perfect time for it. I didn't even check that. I was just feeling fairly confident anyway. Do you want Apple Liberty to be patient or shrewd? That's a good choice to be getting. Obviously, shrewd is better. Also, harder to get when you're an adult, right? It's 29% war score immediately. Probably shouldn't be assaulting these down because they are quite armored. But knowing that they've got more troops than us is putting me a little bit frightened here. Yeah, that's why. Can we even get away from this? No. Right, we need good commanders then. Why can't we... Oh, because we're still away traveling. I mean, that's 100% bugged out, hasn't it? Alright, let me bring him home so that he can lead troops, because I feel like this is not ideal. That is the second time we've had that happen, so it's not like it's not like I'm going to be too upset about that. I guess it's just an issue. It might have been where we got, like, a disease. It might have been where there was a war that was declared against us, something along those lines. Right, the Regency has ended. Here we are. Oh, that's probably why the council had to vote, because we were in a Regency, of course. Okay, do we have the option of found new kingdom there? Oh my god, we actually can. Surely that would break our tributary anyway, because he's a duke. Although I don't know if dukes can. No, I assume they would. Kings can take emperors as tributes, can't they? Anyway, are we going to win that? I mean, it's going to be bloody close. If not, no, I think we're going to get smashed. They've got cavalry, clearly, from the fact that that's a horse. Okay, let's hire some troops. Now, luckily enough, if we... Let's start retreating immediately. Let's just run, my guys. How many troops survived that? Enough to actually put them down if we can get back over there. So Game Gear on the center, the immortal Game Gear. Let's get Charles, let's get Gordon. If we die in this battle, I would be very, very upset. That would suck a lot. That's 50 gold to keep our mercenaries going a little bit. Now, where have they gone? Because if we can kill their troops, that would probably give us enough to, win their war. They've got to be around here, huh? At our kinswoman, our nephew's... Oh, God, it's like a grandniece. Okay, we won't worry about that. So you are Michiania. Perfect. So is that going to be a straight crossing, river crossing? Nothing. It's just a straight up battle. Great. Fantastic. Kill them all. Look at this. This is where superior command is going to come in handy. We've lost our right flank there, but it doesn't matter at all. Ooh, we lost our center as well. That was closer than I thought. We are a better duelist than Tycoon Zachary II. We walk away victorious. Got him. 58% war score. We can also counter siege this. But, I mean, they're also our enemy, right? Long distance enemy, so we won't worry about that. They might, in fact, be a thorn on our side as we start expanding, trying to take on the rest of Michigan here so that we can make the kingdom of that, the de jure kingdom that is. I think this will be friendship with our good friend Townsend Menon. What a great guy, Townsend Menon. We all know good old Townsend. You all remember him, right? Hail. Oh, he's actually the head of the society. Okay, fair enough. It's come to our attention that some Mega Drive remains outside of our fold. Classic. Right, let's solve that one. We can't because I think we're at war. We'll deal with that in a minute. Anyway, demand monetary compensation. Again, we're only doing this. I don't really care about becoming a good adeptus or anything. We're only doing this because it will potentially save our life when we're in battle. Right, 82% war score. They got 2,000 men there, so we could get a lot more battle war score. Let's just sit in their capital and siege the damn thing down. That should get us free, and that's doing... We've done 10 times more in this episode than the AI's done in the entire campaign so far. Threaten the vassal. You are forgiven. Nice, so we're lowering faction power. And they found an artifact. Oh, cool. Now, I wonder if the artifacts in this are, again, religious-based. Well, they have some unique ones that you can't find when you go salvage expedition. You know, maybe they've added some unique ones that are only through the council event. Nice. We are free of our tributary. Look at this. And now we have, if we look on the map, boom, Detroit independence. Our sovereignty returned, and all it took was an immortal, godly man to take control. Holy shit, we got 26 intrigue. Oh, because we're taking... we have the intrigue focus. Right, so what do we want to move to now, then? Well, obviously we've got to wait a while, but I guess maybe something like... I mean, scholarship wouldn't hurt. Build an observatory in the capital would be kind of fun. 22nd of June, 2748. So we've got another year yet on that one, actually. We've only got another, like, 6 months on that one. So that's not too bad. Should we try another salvage expedition? I'm kind of worried that it would break everything forever. Let's give it another go. God damn it. The second that we get free, we've got an Anglican uprising. And the second we head off out on our scrap expedition, so we can't lead troops. Alright. Collapse. Okay, we got this one again. You hope the wooden reinforcement beams will be enough for one in the slip. The century has not been kind to the crumbling concrete, rusty, and iron. Run for it. Gain the trait Brave, or we gain 5 prestige. I want Brave. I mean, Brave for Wounded is a good deal. We've already got Wounded, so we gain Brave. We just got it. So we lost everything. The artifacts are badly damaged. Sometimes they're worthless. Okay, so we failed, but we got Brave out of it, so I'll absolutely say that. In fact, we might have already had Brave in hindsight. Not that Wounded affects us, because we're immortal, so that was definitely worth going for. Where are all of our troops, then? Got 3,000... Toledo didn't get raided, did it? Small poorhouse? Oh, it's because the troops in Detroit have nothing in... Oh, I guess it was the war with Ohio that knocked our troops on their ass a little bit. Alright, let's go for train troops in Detroit. Now, I don't know whether our capital has moved over to Detroit now. It definitely has. House Liberty, I think, has moved over to Detroit. Anyway, let's start upgrading this some more, because this is definitely the best thing to be upgrading. We've got a lot of gold right now. Holy shit, the fact that we're not paying tribute anymore is going to help out so much. Let's go for a... Administrative office, morale of armies plus 30%, stewardship plus 1, levy reinforcement rate plus 30%, retinue size plus 600 are all incredibly good. Now, we can't get any unique retinues in this, can we? We can't have, like, an Adeptus retinue, or as cool as that would be. Your shield wall skirmish. That's the one thing I would really love to see in this if you got religious-specific retinues, because that seems like the perfect situation for it. Everyone seems very sort of, they almost seem fairly religiously militarized in this, don't they? They're all quite... religious fanatics, believing in the old world, kind of a little bit crazy about things. Sort of, it's done in the sort of Fallout style of religion, isn't it? Worshipping the atom and things like that. So they'll seem a lot more nuts about it. So I'd love to see some religious-based, rather than just holy orders, but retinues as well. I think would be very fun. Right, okay, so we've got Duke Mather of Fingered Lights trying to usurp my title, make him disappear. Get rid of him. Excellent. Well, of course, we've got a high intrigue, so that was to be expected, really. What are we supposed to do about these boys, then? I guess we just wait for our troops to reinforce a little bit. It won't take too long. Not with the speed it's going. Luckily, a lot of those... Oh, we won anyway. Well, there we go. Good work. Well done, everyone. I want to make the de jure kingdom. What do we need for the de jure kingdom of Michigan? Holy shit. A lot, it turns out. We control 16%. Can we just go to war against these guys? We can border dispute. Then we lose 100 prestige. We gain minus 15. The opinion of all landed characters of my religious group gain minus 15 as well. Yeah, no, that's not ideal. What if we go to war with, like, you here, our immediate neighbor? We can launch a de jure claim on this area because it counts as Detroit. We've also got de jure claim. Okay, so that's Port Huron. Border dispute over many. Again, we can see cities, which is a big way for republics to expand, obviously. What about you? Do we have anything against you? Man, how are we going to expand quickly, then? Let me have a think. So I'm thinking, why don't we just reform the faith? I've been looking at the holy sites very briefly. We could just snipe the... Because we've got to fabricate claims if we want to at this stage, right? We could form a kingdom and then you know, move out from there, subjugating, if that's even an option to us as a republic. Or we just fabricate claims on the holy sites, and then we can holy war people. The thing I'm concerned about is, obviously, we have 24% moral authority. I imagine, if we go by the ledger, we're probably one of the weakest faiths going right now. Let's take a look here. So, religions, let's sort by authority. Cetic, 100, Ursuline, 100, which are our immediate neighbours over in Ontario. Whatever that says. 97, yeah, we are very, very weak. We're even on, yeah, we're right at the bottom there. 24, obviously we're not at the right bottom because there's going to be a lot of heresies, things like that. But we're not doing well. Let's put it that way. We are really, really not doing well at all. So I'd rather not get into holy wars with some of these bigger religions, especially if we start going south, we hit Colombia and things like that. It's going to really, really suck. But if we make enough money, it probably won't matter. So what have we got? We've got Hoboken over by New York there. Okay. Now those guys look fairly weak anyway. And of course, that would also give us the Statue of Liberty. What have they got? Oh, they're the men in black. Man, we don't really want to piss them off, huh? Is that actually the Statue of Liberty on the map? There it is. That's what it looks like, huh? We all remember it looking like a big old man with a crown and a sword. I might just start going for the holy sites, because I think that could be the most fun. We've got Ajax, which is over in... Where is that? Oshawa, sure. We've got Chicago, which is there, apparently. Okay, that's fine. And we only need to snipe how many more sites, realistically? How much does each one give? I assume it gives 10% when you control... Right, okay, so they've kept it as the base level there. We would need to basically control all 5 sites, unless we get very, very lucky. You know what? I'm in. Let's do it. Fabricate claims. Let's start getting these holy sites. Let's reform the faith first. I'd like to do that cool thing that you do, that I showed off in the series before. This one, the series, what was it called again? The Madness one, where we played as Loki's grandson or whatever. Where we made the religion, and then turned that into a kingdom level title, and turned the religion title into an emperor level title. I think that'd be awesome to pull that off, and it would also be kind of pretty nice for the immortal ruler of the immortal machine ruler of the empire to have an empire level title. It seems like it would tie it together quite nicely. We've got 1,000 gold, and there's no point just keeping it here until we get claims, because claims we could just take some money out anyway to pay them off. So let's invest in local economy. Huge investment. Do we get lucky? Small profit. Build cost minus 25%, tax modifier up 25%, general opinion plus 10. Right, so let's start upgrading the actual capital then, because like I said, this is going to be ours for probably quite a measurable amount of time, quite a significant amount of time. We're not at any threat from elections or anything like that. Hurricane, my lands are unaffected. That normally only affects you. Like, we had that a lot when we were playing down in Florida. That was messing up our lands quite frequently. We had to invest quite a lot in rebuilding, but I don't think we're at much of a risk up here, are we? Around the Great Lakes. Demand monetary compensation from this guy, absolutely. That pirate, god damn it. Another son that's going to come out, either ambitious or patient. Ambitious for you. Oh my god, he's such a good character. Ambitious, calm voice prodigy. We forgot to educate him, but by we, I mean, haha, me. We lost the wind trait against guard. Nothing to worry about really with that one, huh? Let's recruit you. Let's assign a guardian, and that is going to be us. Where? Why can't we? Oh, we already are educating him. Okay, that's me thinking I was an idiot. Did that just become groomed? That is so good. Holy shit. Excuse me? Gonna be honest, wasn't expecting this one. Rumors from the coast far to the northwest say that an empire across the oceans re-established the ancient city of that place, claiming to return it to its rightful owner centuries after their ancestors foolishly ceded Alaska to old America. Fleets of sleek wooden vessels intricately carved octopus figureheads have been spotted moving down the coast. The ships dropped their anchors off the port of Veracruz to unload thousands of soldiers wearing uniforms of black and red, and they promised to wield the wrath of the monolith against anyone who does not submit. Better dead than red. Wow, thanks, McCarthy. Very cool. So that would imply to me that somewhere we've got Russians landing. What are they? Over in, I assume... No, I was going to say over on the very, very far coast, but maybe they've landed somewhere else. Let's remember that's happened. I'm not going to remember that's happened, then I'm going to say, oh my god, Russia's taken over almost entirely the entire map. Oh well, I'm sure that'll be relevant in a few more episodes when they're right at our borders. Let's rank up. It's kind of annoying that these are always lit up, so you don't know what rank you actually are at a glance, you know? Right, we're now Marine, which is the second highest rank. Obviously, we've got Reaver, which is a relevant warrior training, would be quite nice, though, to, like I said, the only way we can die is battlefield combat or assassinations. So any personal combat gain is essentially just guaranteeing that we're going to live for longer. I forgot about this. Our Diviner wants some spies to help out with the artifact, of course. Oh, well, there we go. I guess I won't forget about that one so easily. How the Novorusski invaders, aided by saboteurs and collaborators along the defenders, have established an outpost on the Pacific coast. Fierce resistance from a small group of armed locals did not turn back the invaders after the surviving population will be re-educated. They conform to the new order. Okay, so that is that thing. Yep, the new sphere, an invisible field that surrounds the Earth and is affected by the collective minds and thoughts of humanity. Of course, yep. Can't argue with that one. He is Siberia. Okay, sure. And he's apparently a colony. That's interesting. Okay. New Russia. My god, they landed in Central America? Blessing of the Atom. Scouts received the Blessing of the Atom. Wise? I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting that. They are just going to get swallowed up by Brazil in no time, so we keep a very, very close eye on that one. It's very odd. An Iron Curtain has descended. We'll see how that will affect us in the future. Now, we've got 1,800 gold, so before we wrap things up, let's quickly spend all the money we can upgrading everything we can. Let's get a hospital in Detroit. Let's get a dirt track. Let's go and upgrade our trade post that we've rebuilt for the 16th or 17th time here. Let's go for a Merchant Guild office, and let's go to House Liberty and build whatever the hell the most expensive thing is, to be honest with you. How about a nice target range? There we go. And we could also go through every single one of our trade posts and just build whatever the hell is available to build to us here. Why not, honestly? There's absolutely no reason to not do this, and it'll give us a shit ton of gold when this all pays off next episode. How much more have we got left? Oh, we might be able to upgrade every single trade post. Yeah, no, we absolutely can. So it was worth upgrading Toledo as well. Why not? We've already started. We've got Fisherport, Castle Wars, anything that gives us immediate cash. Merchant Guild, boom. 62 gold left, and that's how you spend 1,300 gold. This has been a very, very good episode, I think, for us. We've taken control of the Republic, more or less permanently at this stage. We've dealt with our tributary. The Russians have landed, and we've spent thousands and thousands of gold actually upgrading the goddamn place. Thank you for watching. Let's give a shout out to all of the insane top tier level patrons who've made this series possible in the first place. A big thank you to Justin Wallace, Harik, Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel, Sidini, Conspire T, Crazy Pat, Crosus, Escape, Facundo Vasquez, Haydog, Jimbo, Josh Lendine, Tesla, Michael Mullen, Necrofilm, Palvis Presley, Sean Thornton, Smirtworm, Tom Terry 18, Backwards Backwards Wolfsten, and Zazzy 7011 for their support the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you very much for making the series possible in the first place. And as well, thank you very much to Gray, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Llewellyn Thomas, Asaro, Betimus Max, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Dunk Honey 217, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, Genji Zerka, Haj Damar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Icy the Great, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Joran DeVries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beer, Justin Plock, Nathan Flores, Matthew, Nick, Panther Pearl, People of the Ethical Treatment of Animals, Serthal the Swede, Shari, Wolfie, Zico, Adam Person, Sidini, Fraser Brennan, Noah Gallimore, and the Insane Pickle. Thank you all for your support.